Well, guys, as you can see, Clan versus Clan has finally finished, and this one was a pretty good one. Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl, Wicked Raider 22, logging in with you, trying to catch up after what turned into a 2-day hiatus, only because we get so wrapped up in Clan v Clan over here that sometimes the videos just aren't posted on time. Hoping this video finds you guys doing well, making progress in the game as always. But there are quite a few tournaments, a number of events that have been pouring in as well. And so here we are, taking a look at the most recent competition, kind of doing a little comparison. And there are a few things that I noticed as well. Have you guys noticed? Hold on one second. Had to shoosh one out of the room. Oh, here we go. Have you guys noticed? And as someone who runs more than one free-to-play account, that the quality and the level of champions pool per account is so uniquely different. I really get the feeling the newer your account, the more likely you are to pull better champions. And when I mean better champions, I'm thinking about those heavy hitters, the ones that we always hear about. For example, I'm always pulling up and seeing videos about champions like Mordecai, for example, about Achek the Windring. I pulled these champions during Clan v Clan for one of my earliest accounts that I've created. And I've noticed on some of my free-to-play accounts, I've actually made a lot more progress than I have with my pay-to-play. And it's been a really interesting kind of look back and forth. I can say that I use these competitions very much so to test my game strategy, to see where I'm able to create the most impact as far as tournaments and points. So let's kind of look at Clan v Clan, how we did, what we did, and we'll take things from there. Let's move this out of the way. So pretty much, we are a level 3 clan, and we were first assigned to a level 7 clan. So when I saw this pop up, I was not really sure exactly how the levels kind of play out. I just knew that this was a particular clan that had done really well. We had about the same number of members. Their clan power was coming in, right at 11 million. And so it was nice just to kind of see what they had done and been able to accomplish in this short amount of time. And so I'm sitting here looking and I'm thinking about the comparison. And guys, ranking points, look at us. We are 52,000 points in. It didn't even seem close. But this is how you know. This is when you know. And let me do my little check-in. The one thing that I love and I appreciate so much about my clan members is the activity that we're able to pour in. As you can see, point-wise, we were ready. So for all of my new players, my early game players, don't hesitate joining a clan. And I can talk about it on both sides. As someone who first joined a clan at a much higher rank than I should have, as someone who also joined and finally found a clan that was about my rank, to one who joined clans that always died. If you go back to earlier videos, I had to actually create a video and post one that says my clan is dead because there was no activity. And even though we should have been extremely challenged by this one, we did really well. Now, our total for this one was not as high as far as tournament points as for the previous ones. And you'll notice that every other CVC, there are personal rewards involved. I've noticed that whenever there are personal rewards involved, the clan activity is usually pretty high, but the competition is also a lot stiffer. So I did a focus for my clan, kind of boosting everybody. And we decided that champion objectives would be a lot more lucrative, honestly, than the two areas where 2x, number of points were available. Just because the double points are available does not mean it is the best thing for your team. You guys have to be really active in the chat and kind of go back and forth about where you are, where you want your account to go. And I've chosen to, since I love Clan v Clan so much, this is when I upgrade my champions. This is when I do my hardest campaign runs. This is when I go into dungeons at the highest level I've been able to push to, within that 2-week period. This is when I also choose to open a large number of my shards. There are a lot of events that are taking place right now. And many of those I'm not close to being able to participate in. But what I can appreciate is it allows us to do things like this, where we have that boost in certain areas that are going to be more lucrative than everywhere else. It would be amazing if campaign objectives was a 2x area, but even without 2x, we killed in this area. It allowed us to also go back and use those potions that everyone had been saving up. With extremely young clans, areas like Fire Night, guys, are not going to be the most friendly. So we avoided it altogether. Areas like Dragon, for example, a lot of us have been running Dragon as part of the Morgaine fusion. And so that area, if I'm not running multi-battles, I've been kind of staying away from. I was extremely heavy as far as gear, just from running Dragon objectives. And when you go through the objectives list, which we can definitely do in a second, you will quickly notice that figuring out the day before where the points are is going to allow you to have a much stronger impact. Gear objectives was also a big one for us. I think the other clan was doing the same, using this as an opportunity to improve. I usually do appreciate when the Forge is a 2x event, and I will save up until that point. But this is where, of course, I think between champion and campaign objectives where we made our biggest impact. Now, the rewards were not bad at all. We did manage to get that 4th ring in. So love, love, love that. And then the clan rewards, since we're still tier 1, not bad. They're not going to be life-changing or anything. I do appreciate the energy because it kind of keeps you going a little bit. Our goal was actually to exceed the 300,000 mark, which we did do for the previous CVC. But for this one, we did not quite make it, but we were close. For next CVC, we're pushing to hit the milestone. Number 10 over here will be awesome. I've actually never just completed the entire tier level. And to be able to move up can be pretty impressive. Definitely makes a difference. But guys, you're looking at the lowest number of points, in the tier compared to the highest. So, you have some teams that are coming in and they are absolutely killing it the entire way. So it's nice to kind of see what's available. The objectives list is always important, but if you look here, unless you are running Potion Keep at a level 16 or above, you weren't going to be earning that 160 points each and every time. We chose to kind of go a different route, especially with campaign. A lot of people can run multi-battles. If I'm able to run and save up those multi-battles that I'm given each day, that really, really makes a difference. Running your champions, running all of your food, and then coming back and upgrading champions. Even if you're not hitting that legendary point amount, it makes a difference when you are continuously earning 1,000 and 3,000 points for very small actions. The other thing is, depending on the rank of your champion, even with ascending, you've already ran those potion keeps. So you should have acquired quite a few. Looking at higher champions, your epics and your legendaries, this is where the points make a difference. I encourage all of my members, because we are such a young clan, to try to do a minimum of 5,000 points. I would love to see everybody do 30, but even if you're looking here, man, JoJo was on it. Free to play advanced. You are awesome. Guy was rocking it out at 43,000 points. My pay to play hit 27.6 because for this particular account, I only run this account for the purposes that I need the most. And this is kind of what I noticed as I'm going through different accounts on my free to plays, where some of them did so much better than others. I'll actually run a video just comparing two of my free to play accounts that I'm finding myself spending more and more time on. I have access to a wider array of champions because on my pay to play, a lot of times when I open shards, I am getting dupes of the exact same champions that I have. Several of them are already fully booked because of having pulled so many dupes. And this includes certain epic champions as well. But when I come down to, for example, BCJ Gamer 1, which is another free to play account of mine, this account has pulled some champions that otherwise I've only seen in, those larger creators' videos. Pound for pound, though, we outdid their leader. Even coming down to place 10, Stormblade 108 was really grounded away from me. And guys, some of my clan members, they're only level 10. They're level 5. They're level 12. We are not running level 60, 70, 80, 90 accounts at all. And so to see these numbers, I know how hard it is starting out with Clan v Clan to actually make it to this point. Here's another tip. You want to look at clan activity where they only had 13 clan members that were participating. We were so fortunate to have great members kicking in, and we had 22 members. 22. So even if you take those players that probably felt like they didn't, give as much of the team, they did awesome. You're just looking at point totals overall, and you're looking at an additional 20 to 22,000 points compared to our competition. So even those little numbers, they're awesome. They're always helpful. And so we encourage everybody to participate. I also went in and kind of pushed in a last minute message. If you haven't had a chance, guys, to jump on, go ahead, score those 1,000 points so that you at least can get those clan rewards, because they had certainly been earned, and it does make a difference. I'm pretty sure all of my clan members that are hitting, place 10 and down, they're going to double those points next time. We'll be ready for personal rewards and pushing forward. So for all of you guys, did anybody do Clan v Clan? How did your clan perform? What do you plan on doing in between? They still have the Morgane Fusion going. For me, I am only trying to receive this epic for each of my accounts, and a copy of the rare would be nice. So I'm actually going for 5 of the Rangers so I can use 4 to fuse and then still have that additional champion. Morgane looks really, really interesting, but honestly, I have other legendaries that I should definitely be focusing on. And that's one thing I want to do. Let me know how you guys did in the comments. Of course, we'll be doing a little clan cleaning out. So we have a 5-day activity rule kind of going. And so slots will become available. So keep checking with us. If you would like for me to send out that invitation, or if you want to fill out an application, I can definitely fill you in as spots become available. If you've made it this far, be sure to subscribe, guys. It's always nice to hear from you. Waiting for the comments. Let me know if you gained any tips from this CVC that can hopefully make things a little bit easier for us. That personal reward CVC should be hitting the week of Thanksgiving. So I'll have time. And of course, I'll have videos. I'll talk to you guys soon, and happy gaming.